Hello and welcome to Wonderland. This week we are talking about July 31st through August 6th. We have a full moon week. And before we get into the moon energy, we have a schedule change for at least Leo season. If this works out, then we might continue to do it for the foreseeable future. But right now, it's just for Leo season. I had a lot of scheduling conflicts with Tuesdays, so no Tarot Tuesdays this week. We're going to be doing Magical Mondays and Wonderland Wednesdays instead. These are both going to be on YouTube and Twitch, or you can also get the notification here on YouTube, or make sure that you're following on Twitch as well. So, Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be our new tarot nights. And also this week on August 6th, we are going to dive into the Book of Fire. So this will, I think it's like 3 chapters in the book The Holy Wild by Daniel Dolsky. This is also going to be in Discord, so make sure that you are connected in Discord. Bring your journal, a craft, something to work on, or you can just simply listen to the audiobook. And it's kind of just like a deep dive on the element of fire. There's ceremonies, rituals, and just how to connect to fire energy as we are in fire season, the middle of summer. And that's on August 6th in Discord at 8:30. So I hope to see you there. Let's jump into the energy of this full Aquarius moon week. So we're starting off this week with Capricorn. We ended last week with Capricorn. So this gives us an opportunity to kind of just set the stage, set the plan, like get ready for the week, and we will be in Capricorn energy until Monday evening. Monday evening, right around midnight, is when we actually shift into Aquarius, which will bring us into the full moon energy. The moon will be 100% full at 2:31 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. So Aquarius season is at the beginning of the year, the end of January, beginning of February. This time of year helps us readjust things and do things differently. Like you start off the year fresh and you're like, have all these plans, and Capricorn helps us to figure out, but Aquarius helps us figure out like, how can we do this differently? How can we make sure that this works? Aquarius energy is also having the collective energy in mind. So it's like when you're setting intentions with Aquarius energy, or like when you're trying to build something for yourself with Capricorn, Aquarius helps us to, how can I do this the best way possible to benefit the good of everybody? So this is really kind of an interesting combination, the Leo season, Aquarius full moon kind of energy, because like we think of Leo energy as the self, the ego, being proud of who you are, having that courage. It's a lot about like the self-esteem. So Aquarius balances that energy with how can you benefit yourself and the collective. So that's what this full moon is illuminating for us. In the Just a Phase Moon Planner, we're focusing on what our power element is, because Leo is all about encouragement and empowering. So, what is the element that you are most uh, drawn to? Feel like really resonates with you? On the new moon, we did a self evaluation on which element, looking back at your mood trackers, on which element, uh, how you're feeling on each of the 12 different zodiac signs. So hopefully, if you've done that self evaluation, now you can kind of take a look at it and see what empowers you and what might be inhibiting you a little bit. And so we're kind of just celebrating and illuminating where your power comes from. So Tuesday and Wednesdays are good days to plan your full moon activities. So, Wednesday evening at a little after 11, we move into Pisces energy. So, Pisces is kind of taking these new ideas and exploring them a bit further in a more what if this is possible kind of way. Because Pisces is underwater, the fish underwater, and they really kind of believe what is possible. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so they kind of have this understanding of everybody at all of the other zodiac signs, and they're able to kind of intuit. Pisces energy is very intuitive. Intuit like what the next moves are, and even if those moves feel like they're totally impossible, Pisces believes in the dream. So then Friday evening around 11:21 p.m. we will move into Aries. So like I said, Pisces is the last zodiac sign that makes Aries the first zodiac sign. So this is starting new things, things that like ignite or initiate this spark. And so we're ending this week with the fire element, and we're really going to focus on that fire energy with the Book of Fire and the Holy Wild. So I hope you can join us for that. Okay, so to recap the energy of the week, there really is this really wonderful flow that is very similar to how we start the beginning of the Gregorian calendar with Capricorn, just like we do in January, Aquarius, just like we do in February, Pisces, like we do March, April, and Aries. So it's like we're making this progression like we do at the beginning of the year, but just in a week's time. So that Earth is going to help you get grounded and stable at the beginning of your week. The air is going to really help with new ideas and wisdom. Pisces is going to help us connect to that subconscious energy, water energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy. And then Aries is going to help activate it. Aries fire is going to help activate it. So the big thing that's like really jumping out at me about this week, as this is like the first full week of the Lionsgate portal window. All right. Oh, what was I saying? Okay, I have gotten distracted so many times trying to film this video and just get this shit out. And what that's really telling me about this week is this is a week about being receptive, forcing yourself to take those few minutes of meditation at least once a day so that you're grounding yourself, centering yourself, and being in alignment and opening yourself up to receiving whatever messages are coming through. I think more and more people are open to this energy. More and more people are rapidly awakening, especially now that we have full disclosure that the government has connected to other ETs. Like we've all known that for a really long time, but the fact that they're actually like saying, yes, we've had contact. I feel like this is going to be awakening a lot more people than a rapid awakening because, and I think the point of this week is going to be really open and receptive. Also staying hydrated, staying very, very hydrated. I like it just helps you process energy and emotions and uh, it's just so important. This is going to hopefully prevent, if not lessen, headaches because too much information coming in. Like, imagine if you were just like cramming all night studying for like a really big test or exam. It's that like, remember how tired you were? Remember how hungry you were? Though you were just sitting and reading and studying, that like, remember how hungry you would get and you need that junk food and that um just any kind of fuel because your brain is rapidly burning through this, and it's also upgrading your entire energy system. So please stay hydrated, stay fed. Try to have it be as healthy food as possible. So I really, I really think that my struggle to actually communicate this information is because we're supposed to be receptive now. I think that's just the message that of spirits trying to get across to me, is that just be open to receiving these messages. One more thing that I feel called to mention, I've seen with this congressional hearing and the coverage of it and people's commentary on it and everything, you're seeing a lot of these jokes about, like, well, who cares about aliens? Like, who's going to pay my bills? And uh, I think that along with this card that we have today, I think that it's really important. Like I said last week, and like I say all the time, be kind and gentle with yourself and be kind and gentle with your fellow humans, because so many of us are struggling. So many of us are working so hard and finally waking up to the fact that it's just like no matter how hard you work, you still feel like you can't get ahead or can't get to where you're going. And it's so frustrating and it's so difficult. And everybody is having these things that are difficult to go through and difficult to process. So just remember to be kind and be gentle with yourself and understand that we are all going through this together. Because the angel that we have today is Zachariah, and his message is graceful surrender. So I just just be kind, be gentle, allow yourself to be open and receptive, and just trust and surrender. But the first thing that jumped out at me when I pulled this card, not knowing anything about this angel in particular, is the peacock that is depicted on here. And this feels very Leo season-esque. Like, think about how showy and beautiful like peacock feathers are, and they have this big, it's not a lion's mane, but it's very lion mane-esque because it's just this big display of and almost even like a halo kind of energy. So we also have this golden egg above this person's head that I really kind of see as this nugget, golden nugget of wisdom and knowledge that's being presented to us if we're only open to receiving it. That's the only way it can get in. Um, so showy Leo season, and also like Aquarian wisdom, knowledge coming in energy. Perfect for a Leo season with an Aquarius moon. Zachariah is the angel of surrender. His name means remembrance of God, and he asks us to remember that we do not have to carry our burdens alone. It is okay to ask for help when we need it. Sometimes life throws up situations or issues that we may find too difficult to cope with. We struggle to find answers or solutions, but can find none, and it is so often the case that we end up feeling helpless or like we have lost control. He tells us a problem shared is a problem halved. There is no shame in asking for help. In his card, Zachariah is portrayed as a Yazdi man, a member of an ancient spiritual minority group from Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, who have faced persecution and genocide. Like Zariel, Zachariah helps us surrender to the divine when we have nowhere else to turn. His message is the material aspect of life is only temporary. Gently release any attachments to me. When you surrender, you open to receive that which is truly yours. I'm going to read that again. when you surrender, you open up to receive that which is yours. This too shall pass. So, I also want to read the characteristics of this angel. His colors are pale blue and pale green. So, they take either a pale green, you can use a green or blue candle and light it to connect to that energy. You can also work with topaz, tanzanite, or turquoise. You can visualize the blue green light, and you can also just envision that that light is completely surrounding you. And imagine that you are breathing in this sacred fire and hand over all your burdens to, oh, I'm sorry. So this is a way to connect to the angel. You are soon engulfed by heavenly fire of this angel's color ray, which is turquoise. So this whole book is separated into different flames or rays of light. So this one is particularly turquoise. So envisioning that a turquoise flame is engulfing you, surrounding you, and just allowing yourself to soak up that color and that energy. Imagine you are breathing in this sacred fire and hand over all of your burdens to Zachariah so that he may engender a solution. And I also wanted to read this passage here that you may want to use in a way that like helps you surrender and open up to receiving this sometime this week. Or so beloved Zachariah, mighty angel of surrender and release, I hand over all of my cares, worries, fears, and doubts, and all my hopes, dreams, and desires. Lift all burdens from my shoulders. Clear my mind of anything hindering me from receiving the clarity that I need. Please bring me the best outcome to this situation. And you can name the situation here. For my highest good and for the highest good of all involved, I trust in you to bring about a swift and miraculous resolution which will occur in perfect divine timing. I surrender to the will of the divine. I am ready to receive the blessings and miracles you and the angels are gifting with me. I ask that I easily recognize any gifts, blessings, and miracles as soon as they arrive. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you. And our chakra card is Fearless Creativity. When you light and stoke your inner fire, you awaken inspired, youthful energy. Take action in your life. Spark the embers of your creativity, sexuality, life force, and will, and allow them to emanate from your very being. Try doing something that scares you. Your fears can be a good teacher and introduce you to some of your heart's deepest desires, which often hide behind our fears. Give yourself permission to embrace all of who you are, fears and passions included. The crystal they recommend is sunstone, which is also a very wonderful Leo season stone. This is a sacral chakra card, and the herb is vanilla. So, again, I think this is a perfect card for this Leo season, Aquarius moon energy. So, I think the main message of this week is to really just be open and receptive to receiving. I think these cards are so perfect for an Aquarius full moon in Leo season. It's this fiery, active, creative, inspired wisdom, inspired vision kind of energy. And I think the most important message is being open to receive. I can't, like, I've even had to, like, if you are feeling stressed or anxious, having trouble focus, like, setting a timer for even just 3 minutes and just sitting and breathing is really going to help pull you into alignment. And it's also going to stop that brain for just a few minutes so that you're receiving and you're receptive and you're just open. I had to stop filming this video and pause, and I set a timer for 10 minutes to do a meditation because I just couldn't focus. I kept getting distracted. And I think the more we try, I mean, sometimes we actively distract ourselves. And I think the more distracted that we are, the more we're going to miss in this very like potent energy time. I also think it's interesting that a lot of the planets are retrograde while we have this lionsgate window open. It seems like all of the other things are kind of pausing, like they hit the pause button for a little bit so that to make room for this energy that's coming in. It's like slowing all of that external energy and allowing you to just go within and be in alignment. I know I say this every year with the Lionsgate portal, but it feels very, very big and potent this year. I think next year is going to be even bigger because the 2024 Lionsgate window will be on August. It's always on August 8th, but 2024 is also an 8 year. So I really think that whatever we're opening up to and integrating this year is so that next year we can get even more information and have more of that beautiful infinite energy. That's what the 8 symbolizes, is that infinity. So I'm just going to shut up now. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that you feel inspired to expand your spiritual wisdom under the Aquarius full moon. And I hope to see you on the other side of the looking glass. Thank you so much. And then we also have this golden egg here above this person's egg. Eh. Ah, I cannot talk today. Oh my God.